Okay, here we go. We have volume. What is up? So, mm, okay. What is up, everybody? I need to create some new music. You guys must be getting tired of my music. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. But it is what it is. As a trader, you just need volatility, right? The trend is your friend. Oops. Wait, did I? Oh. Hmm. What is up, guys? Do not hesitate to drop me a little. Wait, let me get my YouTube on here. Oh, where am I? It is summer in the south of France. It is hot. It is lovely. Great, got my chat on. Hey guys, what is up? What is up? What is up? I am Funky Town Bites, and I am streaming every Friday to bring you the latest and the greatest. It's a beautiful day today. The markets are basically shitting the bed. But I kind of expect that to carry on this weekend, to tell you the truth. um, wait, let me make my, oh yeah, my volume is good. It is Friday, the 19th of June, or June 19th. And the market is, crypto is bearish. All right. Crypto is bearish. That being said, for now, okay, crypto is bearish for now. That being said, doesn't mean that there is, doesn't mean that we cannot find opportunities, right? We find opportunities when there is volatility. Okay, so we can do, if you have a system for mean reversion trades, then this is like the perfect market for mean reversion. I remember watching Don Alt. Don Alt. He does this casual Friday. Very he's been around forever in the crypto space. Uh, Him and I guess, yeah, he's the duck on crypto Twitter. I'm sure everybody knows about him, and if you don't, then you should definitely check out his stuff on YouTube. Very amazing educational stuff, right? Long content stuff, which is great. And he actually, I remember once hearing him say, maybe like 3 years ago or so, I remember hearing him say that he actually made and learned, and was successful in trading from the bear market following a mean reversion or a mean reverting system. Okay. So, yeah, he just traded, and mean reversions are great. I'd like to also trade that. But and nothing can mean revert forever. It has to break out at one point. And mean reversion simply means that, you're within a range, and so you're trading from, within that range. Right now, let's have a look and see what is happening. Okay, with, all right, I have Bitcoin on one side and I have SPCX on the other side. Now, to be very transparent, I am short uh SPCX. Okay, SpaceX. I am short SpaceX. We can have a look at SpaceX on the here. These are all the coins that I'm looking at, and if you guys want, these are the ones that my eyes are focused on. Obviously, the first is Bitcoin dominance. We always check Bitcoin dominance to see basically where, okay, altcoins are going. So I'd like to look at, oh, wait a second, you can't see that. My thing is blocking. Wait, I have to fix that here. Let me fix that on my, okay, not that one. This one. There we go. I mean, you don't need to see all of that. I think here is perfect. I have no idea what's going on with the markets. There seemed to be like a setup for a big sell-off. Seems to be a macro play. It's not really looking that good. So if you're trading, make sure you have your stops in there, because it's looking a little weird. All right, looking a little weird, especially this weekend. If you guys are trading on the weekend, all right, be careful, right? Have your stop loss in place is the best advice. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance, that's the first thing. What is Bitcoin dominance doing? And as you can see on my chart, I always have the 3 minute, 15 minutes, 1 hour and forward time frame because I like to keep my eyes on the big picture. Every so often, I would look at the weekly, and once or twice a month, I would look at the monthly. As you can see, Bitcoin dominance is falling as we speak. All right. Woo, look at that. Don't you love it? Okay. But it's above VWAP for now. So let's see if Bitcoin dominance is going to go up. Then we go to the Bitcoin price, okay, the Bitcoin chart. And with Bitcoin dominance, it's not necessarily because the dominance is falling that price would fall, right? It would go, usually when Bitcoin dominance falls, the price does go down, but it's not maybe immediate. But in this case, it is. Looks like it's immediate. All right, so yeah, there we go. We see. So I have my chart right. I have my chart right over here. Here. My chart is here. Okay. Anyway, so as you can see here, all right, we've got Bitcoins on the flower. So this is what I use to on the flower. We have my fibs. All right. And what I use with my fibs is I use it to see whether a trend will continue or if we are in a mean reverting state. All right. And I draw, my fibs are a little different. Okay. And this is from my professor from the small world. That's what I basically, up this way. That's what I basically use. Okay. To draw. So it's not your regular fibs. It's a little different. I've mentioned it many times. And these are the settings. If you'd like to take a screenshot of that, then you're more than welcome. All right. Here, just lower my Suno music. Okay, what is Bitcoin doing? So I draw my fibs basically from high to low. Okay. And if you can see from high to low, let's go back there. All right. And it's respecting the 0.25. So that tells me that we have more. Okay. The trend is strong and will continue. In this case, the trend is a downtrend. Okay. So we are looking for shorts based on that. And as you can see here, let's see, on the 1 hour time frame, we have a clear market structure break right over here. All right. And yeah. Mm. On the also another thing that I look at is the Asian range. And so where basically where price open based on the at London. So where price open at London session based on the Asian range. The price open above the 50% Asia range or below. In this case, you can see here that price actually opened at 3 a.m. New York time, okay, above the Asian range, okay, so above the 50% Asian range. So could we go and take out the Asia low of yesterday, and then come and take the liquidity up here at 62,899? Anything is possible. All right, anything is possible. Now let's have a look here at BTC on the 15-minute. What are we looking at on the 15-minute chart? Okay, where is liquidity? Let's move large orders. Liquidation heat map. It's way too busy. Okay, I'm gonna share this on X because I think more people should be here. Okay, here we go. X. Oh. Ooh. All right, so it's Bitcoin is going and taking out. Mm. All right, what is my trade? Let's see. Live. Yeah. What time is it? Damn. Okay. I mean, I won't be surprised if it goes up to here. Okay, so 6-3 up here. I don't expect it to break the 0.25, so it may come up and take out the liquidity from here, from the Asia high. Okay, so Asia high liquidity. All right, now if we look at the order flow, I can't hear anything. Oh, hold on, guys. There we go. Yeah. If we look at the order flow here, okay, yeah, we're good. Everything is good. Now, again, just so that you can see here, all right, um, we're on the forward time frame, which is basically what I like to focus on, the big picture or the higher time frame, and then move down to the lower ones. As you can see here on the 4 hour time frame, I draw my fibs. My fibs are a little different from your average or your your basic fibs that you find on TradingView. In any event, what I expect if it's a trend, when I draw my fibs, I don't expect the trend to break 0.25, the 0.25 level. All right, and these are the levels for my fibs. So on the 4 hour chart, okay, it may come up and retest the 0.25, which is fine. Okay, that tells me still that we are in a trend. Um, and of course, to retest the 0.25 would be taking out the Asia high level, okay, as you can see here. All right. If you're wondering about my candle colors, it is the PVSRA uh, colors. Okay, so that is available for free on TradingView if you guys want to go and find that. It's under my profile on TradingView, Funky Town Bites. Okay, now yeah. So what I'm expecting here is that we take out the liquidity from the Asia high, and then we revert and go back and take out the rest at the bottom here. Now we are in a bearish trend, it seems. Okay, so there's nothing to say about that. The weekend, apparently, like for the last some time, we've been having weekend a lot of weekend volatility with Bitcoin. Anyway, what are we looking at over here? Well, let's have a look. Okay. Oh, I can even make myself bigger. There we go. Tiny bit bigger. Okay. Now, what are we doing here? Okay, what are we looking at here? Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. All right, as you can see here, we have okay, we have the point of control. Yeah, the point of control lower and lower and lower. So obviously that tells me that yeah. All right. Uh, participants are accepting. Okay, so when you see the point of control. Point of control means in your TPO profile, the point of control simply means that it is where participants traded the most. So they found, you know, that price to be valuable. So they traded that price the most. The blue line is the point of control. And as you can see here, for each session, so each session is a day. All right. So for the last 1, 2, 3 days, all right, the point of control has been going lower. Usually that signals a downtrend. If the point of control is getting higher and higher, then that would be an uptrend, like in this case over here. Okay, point of control down, up, up, so it's getting higher. Now the point of control has changed to a downtrend. Okay, and for each session, each day, you can actually see that. All right, so we have the point of control here in today's session. Let me make that bigger. All right. We have the initial balance high, initial balance low, which are the white lines over here. And we have the value area high and the value area low, which are the purple lines. So what is price going to do? We have this big wick candle. All right. Let's see. Is price going to go? Okay, what I expect price to do, I could be wrong, but what I expect price to do is 638. I expect it to touch the 800 EMA on the 3-minute time frame, which is equivalent to yeah, about the yeah, 63, what is it? 63375, 63375. Okay, so this here, okay, should be some kind of resistance. Now, why? Why do I say that? Well, if you look at the TPO profile, okay, yesterday's session, all right, produced this sell tail. Okay, up here we have this sell tail. Price, you know, created this sell tail. Okay, and a sell tail acts as resistance. A buy tail, which is under here, will act as support. Now, sometimes this is a strong sell tail, so a strong resistance level. Why? Because we can see that there are 3 prints in this sell tail, and on the buy tail, we see that there's 1 print. So what I expect, okay, is that price goes up here, you know, up here to the sell tail. All right, let me color that red. Price goes up here to the sell tail. It acts as resistance, okay? And as you can see here, it's yesterday's naked node on the TPO profile. Naked nodes, okay, price is usually it repels, okay, price, your naked nodes. And so they act as very strong resistance or support levels, okay? So in this case, it's say resistance levels. So price may come up here. Okay, this may act as resistance and then price will go back down. Now, what is this sell tail align with on your chart? Well, the sell tail aligns with just above Asia high, which is what I expect price to do. Take out the liquidity at the Asia high and also touch that 800 EMA, okay, the purple line. and then reverse. Okay. Um, it also aligns with my 0.25, okay, 0.25 level on the fib, okay, my 0.25 here, and that if it respects all of that, so respects the 0.25, respects touching the 800 EMA on the 3-minute time frame, and then reverting, and respect this resistance here, okay, which is my sell tail on the TPO profile. If price respects all of those things, then I have strong confluence that, I should take a short. All right. Now, let's have a look and see. Well, I expect an up, just a few up candles so that price can go and take all of these things out before reverting. Okay. So for now, if I were to enter a position, which I'm not because it is not New York time yet, I would enter over here. Okay, well, let me just enter the position. I would go long over here with my stop loss right under here and my TP up here. Now, it is not, it's not much of a 63379, 63379. Okay, another thing that I could do is I can go and put my stop loss right under here, 219. Yeah. So yeah, it's not a 2R, but yeah, if I were to go for a quick scalp, that's what I would do. Why? Because I also have a MSB, a market structure break, right at the 50% Asia level. All right. So those things are good. These are all different confluences. So you don't really use one confluence before you enter into a position, before you enter into a trade. You try to have as many confluence as you can, as many different, I guess, signs or signals that you can, that aligns, okay, that tells you, okay, it's a go, and then you enter. All right. My trade, if I was trading Bitcoin, we're also going to look at hype. If I was trading Bitcoin, my trade would be to wait until price goes up here. Okay. I see resistance and I see absorption with the delta. Okay, right now we don't have absorption. Right now, delta is green, positive. Okay, so there's a lot more buying and prices going up. So we can see the effort with the delta. Okay, the result. The effort is showing result with delta. We have here CVD perps that is going up and slowly, okay, ever so slowly, slightly, CVD spot is also creeping up. Now this is the 15-minute time frame here. I can actually also look at other oops, what is that? Now if we look at the liquidation levels, okay, that's another thing we can look at here. Now if we look at the liquidation, okay, let's get rid of the liquidity heat map. Let me just refresh so I can get the latest liquidation level, although it is in real time on CoinAnk. And guys, if you want, you can get a free week VIP with CoinAnk. Okay, so link in the description. Now if we look at the liquidation levels, okay, at let me get my glasses here. At 6.3, let's see here, 63494. 634. All right. Yeah, I don't expect it to go, I mean, what? It's going to take out the liquidity up here. Okay. The liquidity that it's coming for, most likely the liquidations that it's coming for is right under here. All right. And now I've told you guys this many times, but this is a great kind of extra confluence that I use as well, is the leverage, okay? The liquidations at higher and lower leverage points. Now, when I look at my liquidation map, okay, so every time I do that, so when I look at my liquidation map, which is these things, right here on this side, Okay. I like to see what I've often noticed, okay, often noticed is that price will go to the blue area, the dark blue area here, okay, or the darker blue area here, because, okay, that would, if price is closer to it, it will go to it. So if we look here, we have the dark orange, which is higher leverage liquidation points. Okay, so the darker the orange, the higher the leverage. I guess 50x, and oh, as a matter of fact, we can actually have a look at. Um, Here we go. So if you look here, you'll see the blue is low leverage, the green is medium leverage, and we see here the orange is higher leverage. I guess 50x, 100x, like degen stuff, right? Anyway, so what I've noticed is that the closer price is to the blue, so whether the blue area low leverage is up or down, okay, if price is closer to that area, okay, then it will go to that area. Why? A lot of times what happens is for the low leverage guys, okay, or the low leverage participants, what happens is that they're low leverage, okay, so they think they're safe. But what happens, and it happened to me, it happened many times to me in the past, what happens is that we have to add, okay, to our positions. So which is a big no-no, right? You don't add to a losing position. So they would add to their losing positions so that they would move their liquidation price point up or down depending if they're long or short. Okay, so if I look at this area here, and that's like a little trick, it's like a little tip that I look at, and if I ever ignore it, I pay the price for ignoring that. If I look here, okay, I would say we are closer to this area, okay, than this area, because it will take out these high leverage, okay, participants, and then it will go here, and also price is bearish, right? So that is what I'm looking at. Okay, so that's leverage. So we have liquidation areas. You see the hot point here for BTC, okay, here. 64916. I don't see price going there. 64916. Yeah, I don't see that. All right. I could be wrong, right? We talk in probabilities. Okay, so the probability of that is, I guess, not big. Okay, if we look at here, if we look at the delta on the chart, on the Bitcoin chart, okay, it's producing, the effort is producing result. We have positive delta or green. That means that there's a lot more buying, okay, and because there's a lot more buying, the result is that price is going up. Okay, it is not finished yet. Now here, if you look at the CVD, the cumulative volume delta, along with the open interest, okay, you'll see that everything is going up. So price is up, cumulative spot delta is up, cumulative perp, or leverage is up, open interest is up. Open interest will go up or down, but you won't really know whether it's for longs or shorts. So even if you're like, let's say there's a lot of shorts that are opening, open interest could still go up, right? In order to know or to understand if positions that are opening, because when open interest goes up, it means that positions are being opened. In order to know whether those positions that are being opened are longs or shorts, you'll need to look at delta. CVD, cumulative volume delta. So cumulative volume delta perps, okay, if you look at open interest, you see it going up, and here you can see that the volume delta is green. That means that longs are being opened. Okay, longs are being opened. Now it stopped a little bit over here. Okay, so open interest must be read with CVD. Okay, spot CVD means that there is real buying, that it is not, you're not seeing leverage. You're not seeing leverage here. First time on your channel, like and subscribe. Oh, thank you, Chris. And hello. Thank you so much. Okay, great. So CVD spot, okay, cumulative volume delta spot uh, is real buying and selling. Okay, so it's spot trading. All right, I like to see spot because I like to look for divergences between spot, CVD spot, and CVD perps. Okay, a lot of times, I'll see whether the move is driven by spot or perps. That's important to me because a lot of times, if it's driven by spot and not perps, then I'll follow the spot. Okay, so that's the divergence. Now, as you can see here, OI is actually going down, but I don't see it top yet. Okay, could we have just taken this area out here and revert? We'll see. Okay, we'll see. What price also likes to do is, even in an uptrend, okay, what it will do is it will always come back to the point of control. It's like the point of control is like a magnet for price. Okay, it will always try to come back and rebalance itself at the point of control. Okay, where it will get more and more, it will have more transactions at the point of control. Okay, the point of control again is where participants in the market found the most value. Hold on, guys, let me drink some water. Just gonna mute myself. Okay, there we go. I love trading order flow. It is one of my favorite things. Um, yeah, and I am currently in a SpaceX short, but I'm happy to look for a BTC short if the opportunity presents in about 17 minutes. Okay. Now, what else do we have here that I can talk about? Okay, so again, CVD or open interest rather, open interest must be read, okay, with CVD, with cumulative volume delta, so that you know when it's going up, whether it is longs that are being open or shorts, okay? Because just looking at the open interest going up doesn't mean it won't tell you whether it's longs or short. Okay, it's good. It's just gonna tell you positions being open. For example, over. Let me just see here. Okay, over here, I want to see like open OI going up, and you'll see a lot of negative delta on the CVD. That means that shorts are being opened. Short positions are being opened. All right. So for now, we have okay, small position here on shorts. Okay, OI going down. Obviously, when the open interest is going down and you look at CVD, you'll see which participants are exiting their positions, whether it's long or shorts. All right, as far as funding rates, now I like to look at funding rates, okay, but I know that funding rates can stay positive or negative for extended period of time. So I don't base my trading on funding rates only. What I like to do is, and I'll show you what I did here. Let me see if it's still, oh, there we go. So what I like to do is I like to look at funding rates for different markets. So right now we're in a different kind of market that, you know, from where we were, let's say a year ago with Bitcoin, okay, or in crypto. And for every coin, this is different. I do it for every coin if I'm interested in trading the coin. What I do is I look at the funding rate, okay, over an extended period of time. So we're looking at, let's say, 1 hour chart. You can do 15-minute, whatever, whatever time frame you want. All right. And what I do is I'll look at the funding rate, okay, and based on the funding rate, I'll have a neutral, okay, line. So I'll draw this horizontal line that says, okay, well, it is neutral, so price can go up or down. Then I'll have a sustainable line where I know even, so I'll use the horizontal line, from over here. Oh, it takes forever to get rid of this. Why? Anyway, oh man. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna like. Oh, there we go. Anyway, so I'll have a neutral line, okay, where price I'll observe over. I guess I'll observe over a 6 months or 1 year period. Okay. I'll have a neutral line, okay, and I'll see how price reacts at that funding rate because each and every coin has a different funding rate. It does, you can't like apply Bitcoin funding rate to other tokens like, SpaceX or Hype or whatever. They're all different, right? Then I'll have a sustainable line, horizontal line, where even though price is very high, I don't see it, like, or low, I don't see it basically reverting, okay, or, just exhausting itself. And then where I pay attention is my unsustainable horizontal line. And this line is where I look to see, okay, as per price, basically. Oh, here we go. So this is what I do. So neut is neutral, okay, sustainable and unsustainable. All right. So that is what I look. I know this area, this price point here in Bitcoin is unsustainable. I know this price point here, as per, looking at the funding rate and with price together, I know this one is sustainable. Okay. And then I know this one is neutral. Yeah, neutral. All right. So that's how I do that. Why do I do that? Well, because I have a mentor in, my trading mentor. He actually showed us this, and I think it is phenomenal. All right. So here I am sharing that with you. Now, what are we looking at here? Oh gosh. Okay, here. There we go. Okay. And that is Bitcoin. Now, again, guys, observe, okay, the point of control. In an uptrend, observe how the point of control, which is the blue lines here. Observe how the point of control, where participants found value, went higher and higher and higher and higher. Okay. Now, in a downtrend, notice how the point of control, the value, okay, went lower, okay, lower to lower. And let's see. Now, a nice, one of the things that I like to do using the TPO profile, on-chain analytics TPO profile, not just the one on TradingView, though I do use, just like the basic one on TradingView. What I'd like to do is, let's say, for example, I go short, okay? So price comes up here, okay, and I go short. What I like to do to get really tight stop losses is put my stop loss just above or below the buy tail or the sell tail, all right? Because the buy tail and the sell tail the buy tail should act as support. The buy tail is underneath, and the sell tail should act as resistance. Now, if price disrespects the buy tail or the sell tail, I want to be out. I don't want to, I don't want to fuck around and find out. I want to be out of my trade. I'm done, right? I can re-enter or whatever, but if it disrespects, up here, in this case, this is the sell tail, okay? If it disrespects that, then I want to be out of my trade and I'm going to look for, maybe my bias was wrong, maybe something, whatever it was, I'm fine. Now, another thing on Coinag that is really cool is they have the SMC, the Smart Money Concept indicator. All right, and that is here. And you can find all of these different on the Smart Money Concept indicator. I think it's Smart Money Concept, right? That's what it's called, SMC. Anyway, so you have all of these different things that you can look at: the breaker block, the BOS, break of structure, change in character, FVG, order block, breaker block, equal high, equal low, liquidity sweep, etc. It's a lot of things. Sometimes I just like to keep it simple. So all I have is a breaker block. What I want to see is breaker block, order block, and fair value gaps. Okay. So that's all I have on my chart. And as we can see here, there's a huge fair value gap here. Okay. That was created by this candle. Okay. Over here. And we're on the Bitcoin 1 hour chart. Okay. That was created by this candle. Now, if you look here, okay, I kind of expect that fair value gap to get filled because it has already started getting filled. Okay, as you can see, this was the FVG. Okay, with a huge. Now, how are FVGs or gaps or fair value gaps? How are they created? They're created from imbalances in price. Now, if you look at a TPO profile, okay, it all lines up. It's perfect. It's just perfect alignment. The naked node on a TPO profile will give you will create that fair value gap that what's his name that ICT guy talks about. Michael, I think it's Michael. Not don't remember his name. Anyway, this is the naked node on the TPO profile. Okay, and price can do two things. The TPO profile also will create that resistance area in this case. Okay, so this is your sell tail inefficiency. So price can either, come and cover that up if it decides to fill in this naked node up here. It has to be with a lot of momentum. Okay, the delta on that has to be huge. All right. So for now, let's see, we are about what, 8 minutes from New York Open? Yeah, just about. And not sure if it's gonna go up there. I would like it to come up here and take that out and then, retrace. That's what I would like. Anyway, yeah. So, okay. Here, what I would do is I would wait and I'd wait for, like, to see if it's acting as resistance here on this sell tail. And then I'd put my stop loss right above it. And that's a very tight stop loss, okay? What else? Okay, let's have a look at SPX. What is SPX, SpaceX doing? I'm in a short, so I can actually bring that all the way over here. All right. SpaceX. Are we looking at SpaceX? Let me make sure. Yep. So I'm in a short, so I'm very happy. If you're in a short, in a long, look, I mean, if you are in a long, I guess you might consider exiting your long, or at least, have your stop loss in place. So first things first, we look at price. I always look at price first, okay, before all of this on-chain data, okay. We don't have anything for spot yet, but anyway. So let's have a look at price. What is price doing? So on the forward chart, okay, as you can see here, I'm really monitoring my short, all right. I don't use trend lines, but as humans, I guess we like to spot patterns, okay? Yes, I do like to look for patterns, and yeah. So, what are we looking at? On the forward chart, well, we're clearly in a downtrend, okay? What did we do? We went and we took out the liquidity all the way up here at open, okay? And this is SpaceX on using USDT. Okay. Um, So what are we looking at? We're looking at a downtrend. Okay, we had a little on the forward chart. We had a market breakup structure over here. Then what I did was I drew to understand that it was in a downtrend. I drew from the high to the low. Okay, I saw that so you know I keep moving my fibs to each level to see whether it respects the 0.25. If it respects the 0.25, then that's telling me that we will continue in that trend direction. In this case, the trend direction is a downtrend, all right? And so each time we have a break and a consolidation, I'd like to see during that consolidation if price respects the 0.25 level. So here is a great example. What I'm doing here is, okay, so I go from this area to this area. Then I draw my fibs from here, from this high to this low over here. And as you can see here, oh, sorry, here, this is the new low, the new high, okay, that it created. And there we go. As you can see here, okay, so this is the new high. So from this high to this low over here, okay, and as you can see here, it's respecting the, well, it kind of like, you know, touched on the 0.5, which is okay. If it goes to 0.75, that's when it's invalid and it tells me, okay, pay attention. I might want to, you know, keep an eye on my position, take profit or exit or whatever. With other confluences, of course, I don't just use one thing. I use many other confluences, yeah, so that I can, you know, see what's going on. Right now, it is consolidating on the 0.25 level. So, yeah, I expect it to basically, you know, go further down to take out maybe, yeah, to come and take out the Asia low and the low of yesterday liquidity area and to go further down. All right. So yeah, that's a nice little short that I have going there. I'm very happy so far. I know for every winner, there has to be a loser. All right. And the best thing I can say is always have your stop loss in place. You know, you can always re-enter positions and so on, but being underwater and adding to your positions is like the worst feeling, okay? Respect your health, respect your peace of mind, and yeah. All right. Now, let's look at on-chain data for the SpaceX, okay? As you can see here, the TPO profile, okay, so this is per session, per day, okay? And let's, you know, focus on the blue line. The blue line is the point of control. The point of control is where most traders found value, okay? And as you can see, okay, if you notice here, in an uptrend, okay, the POC is higher and higher per session. I like to keep my eye on that, okay? What happened here? Okay. Now in a downtrend, as you can see here, the POC first went below, okay? And then it continued lower and lower. Now in today's session, okay, I don't expect the POC to just like, you know, shoot up and move up here. We are in a downtrend for SpaceX, okay? And so I expect that it continues in that downtrend, okay, for now. Where would I expect it to go? I expect the 800 EMA, okay, to have a retest on the 800 EMA on the 3 minutes. So 184 in the 184 area. All right. So maybe somewhere up here. All right. Here we have a naked node over here. Okay, if you guys can see that, I don't know. So I expect that naked node to act as resistance. Okay, it lines up with my sell tail over here. I expect this naked node on the TPO profile to act as resistance, which also lines up to the Asia high level and the 800 EMA on the 3 minute chart. The 800 EMA on the 3-minute chart is about the same on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so that could be a nice retest before continuing further down. Okay. Now, what else do we have here? That is SPX. Now, let's have a look at Delta. Oops, what was that? Let's have, let's have a look at Delta and see what is happening here. Okay, we have New York open. I'm just going to drop down to the 3-minute time frame. Okay. Delta, what is going on with Delta? Let's see here. Okay, we have, okay. Delta is mixed. We're at the point of control. Okay, this is the area. We might go up to the IB, the initial balance high. Okay, retest that. Let's see if this naked node here acts as resistance on SpaceX. Now we have a fair value gap over here. Okay, so in order for price to break this, it has to break it with a lot of momentum. 170, what is it? It's 179.95. 179.95, yeah, here. So this is your gap. It has to break this area with a lot of momentum in order to retest or get rejected at this naked node on the TPO profile. Okay. That's a naked node on the TPO profile from yesterday's session. There it is, right there. Okay, now so this looks good. Okay, for my short. Okay, I want to see it respect up here. Okay, we have a lot of selling on the delta. Okay, now selling is whatever it is, buying or selling. What we want to see is we want to see that it is yielding results. So the effort would be buying or selling. And when we have effort, we want to see results. Okay. All right. Now we have, don't forget, this is a 3-minute time frame, so it's very busy. Okay. We don't have anything for spot yet. Any data for spot? Let me just have a look here. Okay, good. CVD perps. What are we looking at on the 3-minute time frame? We have open interest going up. We have CVD more buying. Okay, so longs are opening. All right, right over here you can see. So we have open interest up, and we have more positive delta. So that means that longs are being opened, okay, rather than shorts. Again, I've explained it before, but when you see open interest rising is not telling you whether it's longs or shorts. Open interest rising is just telling you that new positions are being opened. In order to see which positions are being opened, whether it's longs or short, we'll look at CVD, cumulative volume delta. Here, you'll see CVD is positive. That means, and OI is going up. That means that long positions are being opened. When you see CVD is negative and OI still going up, that means short positions are being opened. Now here, positions are exiting. OI is going down, okay? And here you have shorts closing. Okay, OI going down is position exiting. Okay, so here, and to understand which positions are exiting, you look at CVD. So here you have negative CVD, OI going down. So that means that shorts are exiting their positions. Okay, I'm still happy in my short. I'm not going to exit that position as of yet. Now let's look at the liquidity, the liquidation heat map. Okay, what does liquidation heat map tell me? Well, maybe they go up and get these guys up here at 181.53. Oh, I mean, it like aligns perfectly with my 0.25 level. Okay, it'll go up right up here. Okay, take that out. Still in my area where I know on my fib where I know it is a downtrend. Okay, so yeah, it'll go up here. Take these guys out. Okay, this high liquidation or just the deep liquidation cluster over here. Go there, take that out. Okay, and yeah, and revert. Now, is there a guarantee that's going to happen? No, there are no guarantees, but the high probability is that it will go up here. Everything is aligning, okay, for that. It will go up here, take this area out, and then continue downwards, okay? So we're probably looking, I'm in a short, so I'm not going to enter another position here. All right. Now on the 3 minute, as you can see, it came to test the point of control. Okay. It tested the point of control and gains, to get some momentum. And when it gets that momentum, then it's going to go. All right. It has enough strength or momentum to come up and push through this fair value gap, because that's where you need a lot of power, I guess contract strength to push through the inefficiencies or the imbalances. Okay. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now, another thing that I look at is, okay, perp CVD going up. Perp CVD going up. However, OI just spiked, so that's long positions that is being opened right now, right now. Now, keep your eye on the big picture, okay, is my advice. Okay, here you'll see, okay, well, everybody's going to get excited and yeah, price is going up. Oh my God, we're so bullish, we're so back. No, keep your eye on the big picture. My analysis is telling me, if I look at the 4-hour time frame, it is telling me we're in a clear downtrend. Price is going to come and retest. It broke. Okay, if you look here, just hide all these things. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, okay, right over here, price broke the 50 EMA, which is the blue line. When price breaks any EMA, or whether it's a point of control or whatever, it will come back and retest. Okay, there's always a break and a retest. All right, usually, most of the times, high probability. So price will probably just come back, retest that 50 EMA that it broke. Okay, we haven't had on the 4-hour time frame, we haven't had a retest yet, and that can give you a nice little long if you're scalping, right? It'll retest that. Everybody would think that, okay, well, we're so back. It is bullish. We're back. And then, okay, then price will revert on your ass, and yeah, you'll be left. Well, it is what it is. That is what I expect. And also, if you look here on the 3-minute time frame, SpaceX, look at all that juicy liquidity here. I mean, this is like, who is the market maker for SPX? This is like so obvious right here. Look at that. I mean, obviously, it's going to come take that out. And because you know why it's going to come take that out. You know why this is so obvious, okay, up here. This is so obvious, okay, because everybody that went short, okay, let's say here, have their stop loss right there. Or if you gave it a little wiggle room, then you probably put it right there. It's going to come take that out. All right. Another thing we look at is the VWAP. So price under the VWAP, and the VWAP we look at under 50 minutes, okay, or 50 minutes and under, nothing over 50 minutes, because you can't really see usually we use the VWAP for scalping. So price under VWAP would tell me that we're in a more of a selling or distribution. Price over VWAP is more of a buying kind of profile for the day. Okay. Price below VWAP, which is below VWAP in this case, is more selling, but it will go back and try and retest the VWAP. Okay, so just because it's under doesn't mean that you put your stop loss right above it if you're trading the VWAP. Okay, this is a really nice way to scalp as well, by the way. When price goes under the VWAP and it has a confirmed breakdown of the VWAP, you can always try to scalp like that. Okay, so I use a 200 and the VWAP, but I don't do a lot of scalping. I'm more recently, like the last 1 week, I'm more swing trading than scalping. Okay, let's have a look at hype. What is hype doing? I have no idea. Hype. Ooh. This is my must my watch list, I guess. Hype. What is hype doing? Let's have a look. Oh. Oh, hype is looking good. Hype is looking good. Oh shit. I probably missed hype. Nice. Let me see that trend. What is this trend? Nice. Hype is looking really nice. Shit, I missed it. I missed it, but ooh, hype is yeah, hype is looking good, guys. Hype could. Oh, this could be a nice one. But I might wait. I'm not gonna enter now, obviously. It's too late. I mean, it's not too late. I prefer to wait for a retest and then enter. Like, my days for entering on FOMO is long gone. But hype is looking really good. So what would I do? I would wait for a little retest. Where would that retest come? I would wait here for 68. I would wait for retest on the Asia high. Hopefully we get it. Right? Okay, now let's have a look at on-chain. Okay, so hype is coming from a POC that was lower. Now let's look and see if, also keep your eye on tomorrow, if hype POC on that session, if it goes higher. All right. Why can't I see aggregated spot? Anyway, what do we have here? Open interest up, longs. Wow, look at all that. We're on a 50-minute time frame on top of it. We got a lot of like open interest is going up slowly. Wow, hype is looking really good. I missed it. CVD perp up, CVD spot up. That means that OI is going up and positions that are being added are long positions. That's why you use OI and CVD, cumulative volume delta, together. All right. You gotta love this stuff, guys. This is great. Now, if I were to enter into a hype position, I don't want to enter now because that would be like FOMOing. Oh, we missed it. Shit. We missed hype. Well, that's all right. Another opportunity. We'll wait for a pullback. Okay, so where can it pull back to? It could pull back to the value area, high area. The value area, high area. So the value area high would be 6789. 6789 will line up with 6789. All right, yeah. I mean, I hope. And if we don't, we don't. All right. So look at that. Okay, now let's have a look at delta. Okay, so we know OI going up. We see a lot of long positions being opened. OI going up. Oh. Let's have a look at something here. Is that really a uptrend? So how do we know if it's really an uptrend? We draw our fibs. My fibs are special fibs. We draw our fibs. Oh. Wait. Oh. There we go. Our fibs from high to low. Is it respecting? I want to see if the trend is changing. Okay. Is the trend changing? Yeah, it did disrespect my 0.25, which is what I keep my eye on for respect of the trend. So in this case, it disrespected the 0.25 for now. We're on the 4-hour chart here. 8. So what time is it New York time? 10. That looks like it's going up, yeah. Okay, so do we get a retest? All right. Well, let's have a look here. Delta, okay, effort is green here, and we had results as per effort, okay. Now we have some negative delta, so we have some selling. Is there going to be absorption for that negative delta? Okay, meaning is price going to, is there a passive buyer for that negative, aggressive selling? The negative delta is aggressive selling. So delta is reflecting aggressive. Aggressive means market buys and sells, okay? So it's aggressive when it's market buy and sell. So we're looking in this case for absorption. Wow, it is hot. Um, oh. Ah, there we go. Looks like we get some. I mean, would this be? Okay, now let's look at over here. Hype. Ooh. Jeez. Look at that liquidation area here. Being defended. It's being defended. All right. Being defended right over here. Shorts are closing. Shorts are closing. OI going down. Okay, shorts are exiting. liquidity heat map. Okay, what are we looking at here? What I'm looking at now is our large orders. Okay, so we have a lot of selling. These are large orders that have been filled. Okay. It's the 19th. Hmm. Why does that get disappeared sometimes? I don't get it. My order book profile gets hidden so many times and don't know why. It is not over yet, guys, for hype. Don't let that candle, this candle, if you guys did not know, this is a stopping volume candle. Stopping volume candle, okay? So I guess it's an inverted hammer on an uptrend. Okay, a stopping volume candle doesn't necessarily mean that price will revert, okay? It just means that it is, especially the vector candles. So my red vector candle here is decrease in volume, 200% decrease in volume to the downside. And the stopping volume candle, okay, is what, oops, did I shake my camera? Stopping volume candle is what would give you that clue. All right. So this is this candle here, which is 945. This is 200% decrease in volume, okay, or selling. All right. So now if you look at the 3-minute chart on the on-chain data, okay, you'll see here, this is the candle here. Okay, 3.4, 3.4. Okay, so it's a decrease in volume. Yeah, that's going to push. Now, if you look here also, you'll see that, what time is it? Yeah. You see that the trend is respecting the 12 and the 21 EMA bands. All right, the 12 and the 21 EMA is a great, you know, fast EMA that will, you know, help me understand if where price wants to go, you know, for day trading. It's like a immediate, like I guess EMA. Yeah, all EMAs lag a little bit. Okay, so every indicator actually is a lagging indicator, right? That's why we look at price first and market structure. Market structure is the most important thing, in my opinion. Then obviously we look at, you know, all of these nice little data points, but market structure I think is the most important thing. Liquidity heat map, and of course, you know, all of these other tools. It just gives you a really nice picture of, you know, what price wants to do. Okay, look, this is exactly where it's heading. Look at that. Look at that nice cluster. Look at this nice cluster of liquidity. Okay, we're also very close to this area here. Now, if I were to go 6.5, yeah, my stop loss would be too hot, too, you know, just way below here. I wouldn't. I mean, it could be a nice one. 6.6. I would wait until, I get a good pullback before entering. That is hype. Hype is looking nice. I do have spot positions on Aave. So let's have a look at my favorite coins. I don't know, do you guys trade on Hyperliquid? I'm considering also using a DEX, and I've traded both on Hyperliquid and on Aster. I like the fact that Aster actually offers a lot of airdrops, so you get like free money for trading. So I kind of like that incentive. So I might actually go with Aster. Not sure yet. Oh, there we go. These are the naked node that it has to like push through. If it pushes through here, then that will be a quick push. It will push with momentum because when price pushes through, when price pushes through inefficiencies, it has to push with a lot of momentum, right? It has to have a lot of built-up pressure to push. Okay, and yeah, so that's how I know it's a trend. All right, things are changing for hype. I mean, this is not to say that it's bullish, long term. I mean, long term it could be bullish, but crypto is in a downtrend, so it could be that is, taking, I mean, a lot of stuff out. Even though crypto is bearish, right? Did I say bullish before? Well, even though it is bearish in general, right? You will have a lot of coins that are, just making a move, right? So hype is definitely one of them. Aave over here, okay, I am in a spot position on Aave. And this is nice because let's see if what is Aave doing? So this is the high, okay, my last high. So I like to compare the last high and the last low. And there we go. Yeah, this is looking nice too, right? It disrespected the 0.25 so far. Okay, so I am looking for Aave to come and take all of these guys out here. Okay. If you look at my Aave order flow as well, okay. For now, the point of control is lower than the previous session, so yesterday's session. So I don't know. Could be we have a nice, inefficiency or gap under here. It could respect it. I have nice volume. Okay. I have CVD up, CVD spot, cumulative volume delta spot that's going up. I have, this sell-off is driven by, I guess, leverage. I do have OI, okay, going down. So it could be that OI going down could be that perps or shorts are closing. Okay. So Aave, I've had my eyes on Aave for like two weeks now. So I've been, just really paying attention to Ave. After Ave, let's see here. What do we have? We can also look at the, yeah, 50 minutes. Okay. All right. So there's a lot of, all right. As you can see here, there's a lot of just absorption. This could be just accumulation. Okay. In this area right under here. Okay. I do like Ave though. Okay. Okay, hear me out. H bar. H bar is my next one. Now, what do we have for on-chain? H bar. All right, now we have on-chain data for H bar or order flow, okay, for H bar. Now, what do we have for H bar? Again, another spot position. I am in spot on H bar. Okay. Now, am I bullish on these long term? No, I don't care. I just look at the chart, okay? And I trade if I see, there's an opportunity to, yeah, for, a quick flip, I guess, buy and sell, and, that's it. If I see there's an opportunity for it in spot trading as well, then yeah, I'll do that. And how did I see this opportunity? Well, um, H bar, okay, we have here. Now, H bar, it did go lower than I expected, but yeah, I mean, let's see here. I get my fibs out and I go from here to here. Okay, and now all I want to see, okay, this could be that it's accumulating down here. This could be, I just needed to break this area. Go to my premium zone, which is the 0.1, 2, and 1, or it could come down lower here, and, that's the discount area. Now, as far as order flow, yeah, I mean, it's looking really good, actually. You know, would anything surprise me? No, nothing would surprise me. Oh, look at that. Is that Ave? Oh, no, that is H bar. So H bar, okay, point of control is becoming higher. Look at this balance, TPO profile here. That means there's a lot of accumulation right here. All right, people are accumulating H bar. That's all I want to see. All right. All right, so we have a lot of shorts opening, but this is the perps, okay? There's a sell, yeah, there's a lot of selling, shorts opening. We have, okay, we might have longs opening finally, but here there was a, OI going up, okay? As you can see, OI is going up, and a lot of negative CVD, cumulative volume delta. That means that there was a lot of shorts opening. I don't know. We will see. What is the, let's see here. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, this acted under here as excellent support. Okay, 7876. And now, because this was great support, okay, I would expect it to, yeah, to take these guys out here. And then I exit my position. That is H bar. So yeah, let's have a look at hype. Well, you have to also consider that it takes a lot of momentum and it takes a lot of strength to take these guys out here. Okay, they might be defending. These guys meaning participants. Participants could be whales, big institutions, big exchanges, whatever. Now, my last one. Oh my god, pump. Okay, guys, yes, yes. But I don't trade it in a degen way. I trade it, okay, I use my system, okay, whether that is for spot or for perps, I use a system, okay, to trade. So what is pump doing? Let's have a look. I mean, you would be surprised how much liquidity is in pump. I don't know who's trading that. I mean, I don't get it. So, here we go. So, what are we looking at with pump? All right, pump is disappointing me. I'm not getting the pump that I would like. So, what is it doing here? You mofo. Go back up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, okay, I'll show you how I do it, is first of all, I look at the whole chart, okay? All I need for pump to do is go and retest the 800 EMA. All right, so I'm gonna draw my fibs from here to here, assuming this is the the bottom here, not the bottom, but like the point of reversal, let's say. All right. Doesn't look like, but yeah. Anyway, I entered this position a while ago, and yeah, I'm just looking for a small pump. Okay, just go to like, yeah, up here, and I'm out, right? Don't get greedy. um. Anyway, so what I'm looking at, so my fibs are from here, the highest point on the 4-hour chart. Now, obviously, you can try this on any time frame. Okay, the same thing applies. Okay, if you want to see the fib settings, these are my fib settings. Okay, it's a little different from your normal fib settings, but yeah, that's what I use. Back tested a zillion times. Anyway, so what I do is high to low. Oh, back tested, by the way. These are from my mentor in the real world. He has mentored hundreds of hundreds of thousands of students from, I guess, very long time ago. And I'm not the only one using these fibs. Okay, so high to low. Okay, if price respects this 0.25 area, okay, then I expect more downside. If it breaks this area, this 0.25, okay, then I would expect a nice push to, I look at every level on the fib. So 0.5, then 0.75, and so on and so forth. All right. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see if it's going to respect this 0.25 area. Where did price open at 3 a.m. New York time? It opened below the 50% Asia range. So that tells me there is high probability of, it being a total downtrend today. Well, I mean, you can also look at price and see it is in a downtrend. It's also under the VWAP. Another clue that we're in a selling profile today. Open interest is going up. CVD spot and perps, or CVD perps, okay, is going down. That means a lot of shorts opening, or just shorts opening, right? At least it was in a, at least I'm in a spot position. If I was in a perp position, leverage position, obviously I have my stop loss. Okay. If I were to enter into a long position, short position here, I don't have an area yet where I would put my, yeah, I'd probably put my my stop loss, okay? Hmm. Above here, okay? So I would do something on the 3 minute time frame. Yeah, somewhere up there. And my target would be at least 1284. Uh, Obviously, you're going to look and see how price reacts. But yeah, there. I mean, I'm surprised it, yeah, no. It's not going to come take out the 800. If I look at order flow for, ooh, so if I look at order flow, oh, okay, 1422, 1422. Yeah, so these are inefficiencies. So these are single prints, and I would expect it to come and take out these single prints here. So 1431, let's see, 1431. I knew it. Okay, so forget that. We're not in a short. Not yet. So it always, no, I shouldn't say always. There is high probability. The 800 EMA, since for the last years that I've been trading, the 800 EMA acts as a magnet for where price actually rebalances itself, okay? So, and this works best on the 3 minute, 5 minute, and I guess the 15-minute time frame. So if you see, or I should say, when I see the 800 on, either above price on the 3 minute and closer, but so exactly like here, or, on the 15 minute or below, okay, let's say it was here or something like that, I notice that price will always go and kind of retest that, except when there is a 200 in between. So price would use the 200 and test the 200, and it won't go to the 800. All right. So yeah. So I would expect it to come and take this out, but no, no. Um, there's so many things that we look at as traders. Sometimes I wonder if, keeping it simple is not the best way. I mean, obviously it's the best way, but it's just hard to unsee order flow when you start seeing it and patterns and things like that. I think the most important thing is to stay consistent with whatever, however you trade, and to don't let order flow, don't get, I guess, don't get, so so deep into order flow that you ignore what price is doing, right? Because that happens to me. It happened quite a few times, and I try not to do it. I'm aware of it. So what I do is every time I'm so focused on order flow, then I catch myself usually, and I just go back and I look at price. So what is delta doing here? Okay, so you see, this is great. This is a great example here. You'd see delta, okay? You see these red candles, okay? When you look at, your chart, you'll see red candles. But actually they're in that red candle, okay? You have here let's in these red candles, you have more buying than selling. Okay. But apparently here, what's happening is prices being absorbed. The buys are being absorbed by a passive seller. Why? Because you have more buying. The delta is positive. Okay. You have more buying, but price is going down. So that means that there is someone, something, some institution that is absorbing price, absorbing the aggressive buys. Aggressive buys are market buys, market orders, and passive, passive are limit orders. Okay, so there's an aggressive, there's a lot of aggressive buying. Well, now it's turning to selling. And there was a passive seller absorbing that. This is a great way where you can spot reversals. So for example, over here, okay, let's look at the 3 minute, just over here on the 3 minute. Okay, this is where you can spot, when you look at delta, this is where you can spot reversals or not. So here we see clearly that somebody is just absorbing these buys. Okay, otherwise, if there wasn't anyone absorbing these buys, okay, then price would yield some kind of result as per the effort. The effort is buying here, okay, in this area here. All right. $13.55. 13.55. Hmm. Well, here's a great thing. Let's see what the fib tell us. Okay, fibs. Well, if it breaks the 75, then yeah. But then you have to also understand that the lower the time frame, right, the riskier the signal, right? So for my fibs, for example, I'm on the 3 minute time frame. So it's a little risky to, just to take this into consideration unless I'm scalping, right? Okay, so we're on hype. Let's go to, so that was pump. All right. H bar. Yeah, H bar is going to come get these guys, or maybe not. Ave. Hype. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's have a look at hype. Do we get an entry? We might. Time is it? It is 10:15 New York time. Is it? Yeah, 10:19 New York time. Okay, hold on. Let me cut the music. I might enter hype. Let's have a look. Hmm. It is not respecting the 12 and the 21. Let's see. What is it doing? I mean, we did have an MSB here. Let's see. I'm gonna go to the 15 minutes so that I don't, I'm not too zoomed in on the 3 minutes. Just get rid of that for now. Liquidity heat map, right. Okay, on the 15-minute. That's a lot of buying. There's a lot of buying, but it's not going anywhere. All right, so this area right here. But it's respecting the 12 and the 20, the 12 and the 21 EMA. 12. Time is it? Hmm. Oh. My head is... Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's look at... We have OI decreasing, shorts exiting, I think this might be a good one. Where would I put my stop? I wish I had gotten a position under here, but I could put my stop 65,613. Okay, we're going long on this one. 65. I don't want to put my stop all the way there. I'll put it right under here. All right, that's a long stop, but yeah. HOD. Yep, there we go. What is today? Did it break the... Did it break? LOD. Oh, shit. I'm not sure. No, not sure about that. I'm not sure because there's one thing that's kind of keeping me back from entering a long on hype. First thing is that it already took out the liquidity at the Asia high. Okay, touched the 800 EMA. Okay, and that is what I expect for a reversal, especially on a downtrend. So this was a clear downtrend. Okay, number one. Number two, if you look here, which I didn't see before, is it already broke or swept the low of yesterday. There's low probability. It's not that it never happens. It happens, okay? But there's a low probability that it's going to go and sweep also the high of yesterday, okay? So usually it takes out either the low or the high of the previous day and not both together unless you know, there's like crazy volatility and things like that. Today it's not a crazy volatile day, but anyway, it's a normal day, I think. So that is number one. So what I would think is that it also took out the low. Okay, today is the 19th. It also took out the high of last week. So I don't expect it. Wait, let me just have a look. Let's just make this bigger. And where is the low? Yeah, I don't expect it to go up here. No, 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 no. Oh, sometimes you just have to zoom out. Damn, I almost entered that. And these cells are being absorbed by buys. I just want to see if this is resistance up here, and then I'll enter and put my, okay, I'll enter a short. Another thing is if you look here, the 0.25 is wicked in and now it's exiting. So what are we looking at? All right, I'm shorting this. Sorry guys. That is trading. You long, you short, you do what you gotta do. All right, I'm shorting it and hmm. 'Alright, now it's pushing. Wow, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna enter any positions here. Those look good though. Trade. Hype. Oh, we do have positions longing hype. Alright, let's go. Hype. Yeah. Okay. 6647. 6647. Hmm. Mm. Hmm. 11. 10. 9. 9.5. Okay, there we go. And we are longing that. Hmm? 6, 6. Perfect. Oh shit, I'm gonna cross. Oh, forgot to put isolated. Oh man, I hate when that happens. Um, there we go. So I'm in a long. My position is stop loss is here. My entry is, where is my entry? My entry is 6822. 68288. Okay. Entry is over here. And my TP, all right, one. I'm hoping it goes, well, we'll see how it goes, but for now. All right, but this is my yeah, my stop loss is here. It's gonna go. And I'm already in profit. Oh gosh, I put cross. I always use isolated margin. I use 20-25x isolated because I only want to risk the amount that I want to risk for that position, and I don't want to share my risk with other positions. Okay, so that's the difference between cross and isolated. Isolated is simply the risk that you are putting on your trade is isolated to that position only. Okay, it is only for that position. However, if it's cross, okay, your risk is shared with, you know, with other positions. So it's cross risk, right? Simple way to explain it. So I didn't really want to do that. But anyways, and so you have to be careful because all exchanges, not just BitMEX, all exchanges, what they do is they have cross as default. So unless you know, you don't double check each time, basically you're going into a trade, unless you know, you don't double check and make sure that it's isolated, if that's what you want, then yeah, you end up with a cross risk, you know, a cross leverage where you share your risk. But I'm already in profit, so my hype trade is going well. Guys, this is how it's done. Now, why am I not showing you my BitMEX trading platform and how I trade and what? I don't want you to see it. Simple as that, right? Do I paper trade? No, I trade my own money. I don't do any kind of prop firms and, you know, all that. I like to do it my way. All right, guys, that is the trade. I'm going to let this play out. All right. And I hope it comes and it takes these guys up here. Um, or at least up here. 72, 775. Or 72. I don't expect it to take out the high of yesterday because it already swept the low of yesterday, right? So where's the high? Maybe take these guys out here. We will see. I'll update you guys on X. If you haven't already, hit like, please. Hit like, follow me on X, and every Friday I'm here. If you guys want to, watch order flow with me, it is chill. I will be going full-time trading in September, so there'll be much more videos. But yeah, for now it is only on Fridays and when I can. All right. So I'm gonna let this play out. I'm gonna let the order flow, leave the order flow up and running. But I'm going to, yeah, have something to eat. And that's it. All right. Let's hope this one does well. And if it doesn't, it's okay. Maybe it'll come take out all these liquidity here. Okay, good. All right, guys. Okay. Bye-bye. All right, there we go. Sorry. Okay, no, I'm not ending the broadcast. Okay, let's look that, and there we go. Everybody has something to look at while I go eat, and eventually I'd like to move my stop loss actually to right under here. I can, but I'll wait a little bit. All right, I'm not gonna move it just yet. Yeah, okay.